biographical jukebox musical drama film that came out in 2019 that is directed by Dexter Fletcher and that is based on the life, music, and career of the British musician Elton John, and it also stars Taron Egerton as Elton John and also Matthew Illesley, and that movie is Rocketman. Okay, so this musical biopic has just commenced, and so far we have gotten the first glimpse of our main real-life musician protagonist, Elton John, who is here played by Taron Egerton. Alright, now we are seeing the boy who would grow up to become Elton John, Reginald Dwight, who is played by Matthew Illesley. I bet that some of you didn't know before now that Elton John's original name was Reginald Kenneth Dwight, am I right? We just saw that he was taking piano lessons. That kind of reminds me of when I started taking drum lessons in my tween years, but over time, just as Reginald Dwight learned to perfect his craft at piano, I also learned to perfect my craft at playing drums over the years. Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting is what we are right now listening to. I gotta tell you, given the fact that I am someone who enjoys listening to Elton John's music from time to time, I am already digging the soundtrack to this movie. Reginald Dwight has now officially changed his name to Elton John, with Elton coming from Elton Dean, the saxophonist for Bluesology, a British blues group, and John coming from one of the Beatles, John Lennon. Pretty clever, huh? Oh, we are now hearing your song coming on playing in the background. That is such a great Elton John song regardless. Elton John himself is now arriving in Hollywood. I always enjoy going to Hollywood whenever possible, whether to see a Disney movie at the El Capitan Theater there, or to see a concert at the Hollywood Bowl or the Greek Theater nearby. Oh, he is now singing Crocodile Rock and playing his signature piano. Mind you, I have also played that on my drum set before. I am honestly enjoying the way Taron Egerton is playing Elton John so far, and he is now singing another Elton John classic, which is Tiny Dancer. So Elton John is now growing his fame, and along with that, he just performed his famous duet of Don't Go Breaking My Heart by Kiki D, which I just so happen to have on my iPod. Honky Cat is what we are now hearing, and it is beginning to remind me of when I heard that song at an Elton John tribute band concert when I went to one. He is now performing a rad cover of Pinball Wizard, which is a song that The Who originally played. That is sure pretty catchy to listen to. Now we are getting our titular tune, Rocketman, playing in the background for some time. Mind you, that is another classic tune from the famous Elton John, and one that I also have on my iPod too. I even feel like singing along to this right now. Benny and the Jets is what Elton John is now performing live on stage, and it is another famous song from his music catalog. As we get closer to the end of this musical journey and the curtain is about to fall, Elton John is now enjoying a very successful music career and singing I'm Still Standing, and we are also seeing what has happened with him since the events of this movie as well. Overall, Rocketman, starring Taron Egerton as Elton John, is a glittery and glamorous depiction of one of the most famous musicians to ever grace the music industry, which is Elton John. That will definitely wind up soaring high, especially if you are someone who enjoys listening to Elton John songs every now and then. Join me next time when I review the Cheetah Girls. I'm Flick James Flick, your one and only movie reviewing secret agent out there.